Hey guys, what's going on? Polar Gaming here, bringing a brand new video where today we are into round 4 of our F1 My Team career mode, where today we're going to be taking on the jewel of the F1 calendar, the Monaco Grand Prix, where it's going to be interesting. Like I said last race, if we have a spin or we have something that's going to go unplanned, we're going to end up in a wall. But as you see, we have changed our livery. We've gotten a couple more sponsors and we're able to repaint the car with the FIA approval, and this is the livery we will be going with for the rest of the season. It's a slight upgrade from where we were. It's still nothing till we get to season 2. That's our outfit that we'll be wearing.
Sooner or later, you'll probably
And
be asked
as
by
we
the media who
get ready to
consider
go
your
to
rival.
round 3, we have made a few upgrades to the car because we had a long time in between Monaco and Imola. So there was a bit of time in between sessions. So here we are, completing our first flying lap of qualifying as we nearly take out, I think that was Hamilton on the way out of the pit lane. But that lap time was good enough for P11 to start off with. We did clip the wall at one stage, so we had to fix our wing. As we're coming around for our second run, I believe, we are going to come over the line, and where we're going to be sitting. So we improved by 3/10, which puts us up to P14 now. A lot of the other drivers have gone out and improved on their times, as now we're in the danger zone, so we need to absolutely nail this lap. So as we're coming through across the line, we're going to go into Saint Avant, and we're going to go up the hill towards the casino corner, or casino square. Nice. Well, not flat, but nice. 4th, 3rd, take it early, hit that apex early. Go down as we come down to Maryborough, and we're going to be coming through to the casino hairpin, where we need to improve on this time because this is our first run through qualifying. We didn't have any extra sets of softs. Now, this set was the one that we set the fastest time in Q1 with. But we need to get through on one set of tyres, so I decided to leave it late with our best set of tyres to see if we could set a good time. And as we coming through the tunnel, we hit the bump, and we spin, and unfortunately with the wall. And as you know, Monaco is a very qualifying heavy circuit, so it'll be very interesting to see how we go throughout the race.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino, first opened in 1863. And, of course, a certain road race, first held here in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco, then. It's not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo, and although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
The throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Vettel, Lance Stroll and Ocon, Russell, Daniel, Antonio Giovinazzi and Daniel Ticktum, Mick Schumacher, Raikkonen, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
So as you saw there, Bottas is on pole with Max right behind him, then going Sergio to Lewis. We're sitting here trying to work out what our strategy is. Now the two-stop looks more favourable, and that's what I'm thinking about doing. But if we start on, I can't remember what tyre we actually start on. I think, yeah, we do start on the softs. So we go from the softs. Hopefully we can make up a few positions early on, and then hold track position for the rest of the race. If we need to, we will come in early and try and do an undercut if we're close to any of the guys in front of us. So with the two-stop, all I'm looking for today is to get some points for today. So if we can finish P10, I'll be extremely happy. If we're not too far off, that's also pretty good. We do have to make up 6 positions around Monaco, which is not easy to do. It's 5 red lights, and away we go. As we get a really good launch compared to Russell and Ocon in the second phase, we actually had to pull off the accelerator there. We go very close to the wall in the centre vonk. We tap Ocon's wheel right there as we go up through the hill for the first time, and we tried to go on the outside, but the car was way too heavy and it just understeered, which invited our teammate in, which is fine. But we come down, we late on the brakes, we leave Ocon the room, only just, but we leave him enough room where he could still work. We should have gone down the inside there, and I think we could have got to Stroll as well, leaning into the hairpin. They were very slow through there, but there was also yellow flag, so I didn't want to push my luck. As we're coming around into the tunnel for the first time, we are on the back of Stroll, ERS deployed. We're going to see if we can get him into the braking zone. For the first time around here, we go for the move. We do make contact, but he has the inside line and he's out and away pretty easily as we come through the swimming pool section. Nice, hard, fast. Not in this car, but normally it's almost flat out through there. As you see, the back of the car started to wiggle a bit, loss of traction. Again, we're so close onto the back of Stroll here because we're on the softs and he's on the mediums. We need to get past him as quick as possible, but he is being pinpoint precise through a lot of those accelerations. The only thing we've got going for us is that we're being pretty brave on the brakes coming through. So here we are on lap 2, towards the end of it, where we're coming through the swimming pool section, but we're still on the back of Stroll. So we obviously didn't make any inroads on through the lap. But now we are right up his gearbox as we come onto the main straight. Obviously no DRS just yet, but as we're coming into centre vonk, into turn 1, we're going to make a move on the inside and cut the corner a little bit, but we give him the room, and we're going side by side up the hill, and we get the move done. And coming into turn 3, we just managed to hold him out. Now we move on a few laps to lap 6. And we're coming in this lap because we started to lose a lot of traction now. We were planning on coming in at lap 8, but I decided let's get the undercut because these boys will be in the guys on the softs that are in the top 10 will be coming in, around lap 8, lap 9. And if we can catch any of them napping with the two-stop, then now's our opportunity because they weren't that far up the road considering how quick they are. I think the top 4 were. So I think you had Max, Lewis, Perez, and I think Lando's up there fighting for the podium. But all those 4 are extremely quick. And Bottas, sorry. All 5 of them are extremely quick up the front. But besides that, I think we could possibly get up to a P6 with our car, which isn't the best, but just the way how Monaco rolls, we have a chance to make up some positions as long as we get track advantage and we can stay in front. The AI are going to absolutely struggle to overtake us. They will push us at some stages, but as you see here, the cold tyres just not working for me through turns 7 and 8. And here we are onto the back of lap 9. We're coming up to a Haas. This should be a very easy move, just coming out of the tunnel. Easy into the braking zone of the chicane. As you see, easy done. We still go a little bit deep. Mazepin tries to hold around the outside, but there was no chance for him. Now, as we pull up on, who is it? Is it Kimi or is it Gio? Yeah, it's Kimi. As he's putting the pressure on Gasly, we clip the wall on the inside there, but we also stick around the outside. We stick with it going through Casino, And we're now back on the back of the gearbox of him. As you'll see, this is our favourite overtaking spot of the track this weekend, as we very comfortably go around the outside, go around the inside, and then through the casino. It was very well done. Now we're up 2 laps later. We're on the back of Gasly, as Kimi, we dropped Kimi pretty quickly. So we got Gasly in front of us with Latifi, I think it is, just in front of him. But we do the same thing. So we go for the inside braking zone. The AI pull out way too far out and give you too much room, I think, through there. But yeah, we stuck our nose in and we got the job done. And then again, we're going to do the same thing to Latifi. No, we're not. So Latifi holds his ground, which is what Gasly should have done, but that's fine. He moved over just enough before we could get into that brake zone where he couldn't turn in anymore without damaging either of us or spinning both of us. And we're going to come through to the chicane, and we're going to try and jump on the brakes late again, just to get the move done, because we need to get through this field as quick as we can. Because remember, we are a couple of laps down on tyres, and a lot of these guys haven't pit. Now, Gio must have started on the hards, because it's way too early to have pit off the mediums to go into the hards. Now here we go, we're attacking him because of those hards. We're attacking him, we go up the inside again, and very, very close, but we do keep it clean going through there. So we go through the chicane, and yeah, we're gonna drop Gio pretty quickly as well, I would assume, being the one softer tyre compound. We go up to lap 14. Schumacher's running pretty high, but again, I don't think he would have stopped just yet, but I think he's vying for the one stop. Considering it's like 14, those hards would easily run through to the end of the race, maybe after 1 or 2 more laps. As we go up the hill, we're tailing him. We're going to try and get him going through turn 3. It's not quite on as we go. Try and keep it with him through the casino. It should be pretty easy to do. And we're going to get the move done here very easy, as he does try to turn in on us, but we are there and going to hold that position. As now we said, the 2 McLarens have been fighting a lot, so they're holding each other up coming through this race. And we're going to get onto the back of them pretty soon too, because they haven't stopped either, because I think they started on the mediums as well. So as we're coming through to lap 16, we're on the back of Lando here. Ricciardo's just up the road with Russell up the road as well. This is just a little bit later on through the lap. We're coming through the hairpin and we make an absolute dive bomb on Lando Norris. We do slow him up, but we get the move done very cleanly around there. They were going very slow, and I assume that Williams is holding him up a treat. And it's working into our favour. As you see, our teammate's just up ahead as well, because he hasn't pit. But we're going to send it down the inside of the McLaren as well. And we're going to go side by side through there. He runs out of room. But then we try the same move that we just tried on Lando on Russell. But Russell had the better line, and we left it way too late to even try that. So we dive it down the inside here, park it well on the outside apex. And then we hit the tunnel as Ricciardo has followed us through there. Now, remember, Tigman hasn't pit yet, neither has Danny Rick, and these boys will be trying to do the one stop, I would assume, being this late in the race. As you see, we just clipped the wall there, and we're on the back of our teammate. Hopefully he's going to give us a nice little DRS run up the straight and make it not too difficult for us to go past him, as we sort of lose a bit of traction coming through that last corner. But this is why we vied for the 2 stop, because we wanted that extra grip, especially around here, because we didn't want to lose the back end and end up in the wall like we did in Bahrain and Imola. We actually wanted to have a pretty clean race, which is what we've done so far. We're 19 laps into the Monaco Grand Prix, and now we're going to make the same move on our teammate, go deep down the inside here, and we're going to make it stick without any contact, and he holds off Danny Rick, which is even more important, because now Ricciardo has to try and overtake him if he wants a chance to keep in touch with us. Now we're following Ocon through here too, which hopefully we can catch up to him. I do not know if they're fresh hards or if they're worn out. So we're on to lap 21 here, where we're about to box again because of losing traction. As you see, Ocon pit for mediums, I would assume, so he would have started on the hards. Yeah, as we have massive oversteer coming through the swimming pool section, whereas where you do not want it. But we are holding up the McLarens a lot, which is what we want to do, because we want to be able to catch those guys by the end of the race. As we come into the pits again, We are going to throw on another set of mediums, I'm pretty sure. Now, it's going to be 18 laps on the mediums, which is, be more than what we did by a lap or two on these. But again, we're trying to do the undercut so we can keep ahead of those McLarens, because they're going to have to box again as well, because they went onto the mediums, I'm pretty sure. But as you see, Ocon has made massive inroads on us. We're only about half a second behind him before the pit stop phase, and now he's 2 seconds clear with Tsunoda just up the road, but we did get in front of our teammate, which we had overtaken on track anyway. Going to lap 23, so only a couple of laps later it took us to hunt down Ocon, which shows our true pace around Monaco, which I was actually really surprised about, that we actually had good pace around here, and our qualifying result didn't help us do justice as we absolutely dived down the inside, while Ocon had a lock-up from the pressure as he's still going to push us through the top of the hill. We're going to just park it on the apex, make sure that we're not going to overdo our tyres and let Ocon destroy his trying to overtake us, but we also want to catch up to Tsunoda. We want to get closer and closer to those points. He's on a one stop, so he will not be pitting again, so we absolutely need to get past Tsunoda if we're going to make our strategy work. Now remember, the two McLarens in front of us need to pit, and I believe one of the Alpines need to pit, and one of the other AlphaTauri needs to pit in Gasly. As we're coming up to Tsunoda, we try to go around the outside, but we think better of it as that got shut down very quickly. We're going to go onto the pit straight. We didn't get a good exit, but we have a little bit of ERS that we can play with. Just making sure we didn't clip the wall there. And we cut the chicane a little bit just so we get a bit better traction as we're going nearly side by side up the hill. We're coming into turn 3 side by side as Tsunoda backs out, but we're giving the room on the outside there that we get the job done fairly easily, and we're just going to again walk away from Tsunoda there as we have a little snap of oversteer. Now we come back and we try to dive on Alonso there. I think we just missed our braking point a little bit as Alonso opens up DRS. We have DRS. He obviously has DRS off Gasly. We shoot it up the inside. We make a little bit of contact, but we're going to go side by side up the hill, and hopefully he backs out like Smack does, or else this could get pretty ugly. We are lighter on fuel now with only 9 laps to go, as we're still going side by side all the way through the casino, and we're going to come down to Mirabar, and he's still going to try and hang it around the outside. As he does, we respect him, we give him the space, and he's tried, and the only reason that he backed out was because of the chicane. I reckon he would have stayed side by side that whole time, because obviously he knows, as well as we do, that's a points paying position, and he didn't want to give it up very easily, especially around here. As we now move on to lap 32, where now we're going to be attacking Gasly, and the two McLaren boys have driven away pretty easily with clean air in front of them. They got a very nice run. Our tyre wear is looking pretty good. We're at 25% on the back left, so we're cruising for tyre wear. We don't have to worry too much about it. We can push the tyres a little bit more now, knowing that we're going to be pretty good. We have a little bit of damage on the front wing, as you can see. It's more a lime green than it is just a standard green, but that's not deterring us. We're going to get Gasly, and we're going to try it here. No, we're a bit too far behind there. As we come into the chicane, not the chicane, the hairpin, and we're right on the back of him. He is on the hards, so his tyre wear will probably be a little bit better than ours at this stage. And that's, it is what it is coming late into the race, but we come through the tunnel. We're going to head up to the chicane. We're going to be too far back, but Gasly brakes extremely early. And this is what I mean. It's very easy to follow the AI around here, as we're just trying to pressure Gasly into a mistake, because that's basically the only way we're going to get past the AlphaTauri today, is we absolutely pushing the limits right there, and we get a little snap of oversteer, not too much. He's very early on the brakes, so obviously those tyres are not benefiting with grip, but with lap 35, so the very next lap, we do get him going into the first corner, but he is on our tail. He is pressuring us more than Alonso was, even though we were side by side, but his speed was unbelievable here. We nick the wall, which invites him back in, so in inverse he tries to keep it there, we do go side by side. He gave us a ring, which was thankful. We come into the hairpin, and absolutely we should be able to walk away with this now and finish in P9 hopefully, because we're not going to catch the McLarens in front of us, as Bottas now on the last lap is coming through to win the Monaco Grand Prix quite comfortably, might I add. I know I don't have the time splits up there, but there was about 20, 30, 40 seconds. There was a big gap between him and Max, who's going to come home in second. And yeah, there was a big difference between those two. But as you see, we're coming down to the last lap. Gasly must have got a bit of damage through that little scrap that he had with us, which is unfortunate, because he would have been in the top 10. We hit the wall there, which gives us a bit of damage on our wing, but it doesn't matter because we're coming through to the last corner, and we hopefully get a better launch, and a bit of weaving from the steering wheel, because we're that excited that we just got our first 2 points in our My Team career with around Monaco from P16. So we did absolutely amazing around here, as we get driver of the day as well. And yeah, there's not much more else to say. We've got our first couple points, which is absolutely amazing. After the show that we put on in Bahrain, and then Imola was just us practicing our donuts for Abu Dhabi when we finish off the season. But as Valtteri Bottas wins the race, with Max coming second and Lewis coming third, and I assume Perez would have then come fourth as well. We will find out in just a minute.
So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
So yeah, as we're looking at the standings here, yes, there were 44 seconds between him and Max, which is a long time. And then between 6 and 7, there was still another 10 to 12 seconds there. As our teammate finished 15th, which wasn't too bad, because he finished, he started 2 positions behind us, so we started in P18, so that wasn't too bad on his behalf. Max with the fastest lap though, only just by 2 tenths, but that pushes us up into 14th in the driver's standings, which puts us in front of Fernando and everyone else that hasn't scored points. So Fernando is the only one to score points there, and we push past Alfa Romeo now that we got our points. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you.